Hello, we are back for lesson number 12. The title on my paper is The Lady Who Gave All. And on the kids, it's The Poor Woman Gives. And our memory verse, God loveth a cheerful giver, and you find part of that verse in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 7. Let's see. I'll go ahead and read the Bible story, which is our lesson for today. Make sure I read the right one here. Jesus sat in the temple teaching people, his disciples, Let me restart that. Jesus sat in the temple teaching people. His disciples were there. Lots of people listened to what he said. Then Jesus began watching the people bringing money to give for God's work, kind of like an offering. Jesus knew some of the people were rich, meaning they had a lot of money. They probably had on very fine clothes, which was really proper dressing clothes back in the day. Really good material. Many rich people brought lots of money to put into the temple treasury. They had lots of money left for themselves when they got home, but they enjoyed having people see how much they gave in God's house. Basically, they were showing off. They only took a little bit of their money, but to some people, it was a lot. And they would basically show it off like, hey, look how much I'm giving. I'm giving this much, look at me, type deal. Then Jesus saw a very poor woman walk up to the offering box. She was a widow because her husband died. Widows in Bible time had very little money. All this woman had was 2 small coins, known as 2 mites. A mite was the smallest coin used, basically for us to be pennies, but in the Bible time it says the 2 mites were worth even less than a penny. So she was very poor, didn't have much at all. The lady took the 2 coins and dropped them into the offering box. Then she walked away. She probably had a smile, or she probably had a happy smile on her face because she was glad to give to God's work. Come here, Jesus called to his disciples. The men gathered around Jesus. I tell you for sure, this poor widow has given more in the offering than all the others who have put money into the treasury. How could that be? She gave only 2 very small coins, hardly worth anything. Listen to why Jesus liked what she said. All the rich have given from such a lot of money that they have plenty left for themselves. So they had plenty left for themselves. They didn't give much of their money. They gave a little bit of theirs, but looked like a lot. This woman, though she is very poor, has put in all she had, all her income. So she went home with nothing. She had no money left over. The rich people gave of their extra money. The widow had nothing left at home. There was no more money in her pockets. She gave everything she had, although it was not much. She must have loved God very much to give her last coins. Jesus wants everyone to give their offerings with happy hearts. We give to God's work because we love God. Giving so that others will see how much we give is the wrong purpose. We give to honor and worship the Lord. When we give even a small coin, we show God He is more important than anything that we buy at the stores with our own money. Basically, for the kids, they would say candy or snacks or something. God knows how much we keep for ourselves. He knows when we give cheerfully or if we want to keep the offering money for ourselves. God loves a cheerful giver. He wants us to be willing to give and not to be regretting like, oh man, I have to give this money. He doesn't like that, so if you're gonna be about it, then he would say, keep your money. But if you're glad and willing to give it, he'd be glad to receive it. It's a little cheap paper I made for myself. And in class, they had this. If you want to pause the video, you can. I don't know how well you can see it or not. I think too much light's in the background, but they have this little chart. It says, counting fun on the top, or counting fun. Boys and girls at one church saved money for Bibles to send to Russia. Help them count the money. And you got 4 coins. The top one is a quarter, so how much would that be? Be 25 cents. Excuse me. Going across to this one, how much would that one be? Be 10 cents. So now we'll go to this one. How much would that one be? Be 5 cents. Then we go to this one, brown one. How much would that one be? It's a penny, just 1 cent. So now you gotta count all of those up. If you want to pause it, you can. I'll let you guys see it one more time. You can count it all. I'll go ahead and move the paper. You can count it all, and the total that you should be able to count is on the top, $2.55. That's what was in that. So that lesson was just a little adding, I guess, of the donations that was in that lesson. Then you have a song in here that the kids would or could do, and also the different type of lesson on the back for the kindergartners. But that concludes our lesson for today. Hopefully you guys learned something or refreshed your memory. I want to say thanks for watching. We got one more lesson of this quarterly. I got my lessons, but I left them at the church for the next quarter's lessons. But hopefully you guys will come back again. Thanks for watching, and if you want to, feel free to subscribe to the channel. That just notifies you whenever I have a video posted. Otherwise, I'm going to say thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys come back again. Thank you.